Is social anxiety causing your mind to go blank all the... Shoot. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Time? Well, to be perfectly honest, it's really not even what you're doing wrong. It's what your brain is. So you can just pass the blame onto that. Your brain is activating something called the fight or flight response because it is being flooded by a stress hormone called cortisol. Long story short, too much cortisol will make you feel major anxiety. And one symptom of major anxiety is your mind going blank. How do you keep stress hormones from flooding your brain, causing your mind to go blank? Well, I'm glad you asked. One super simple thing you can do is take a breath. It's so simple sounding that you may automatically disregard it, but don't. That's a mistake. Taking a deep breath by inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth can bring you back to the present. Pay attention to physical objects. This helps you come back to the present just like taking a deep breath does. So instead of just feeling like you're in this blank space, you can start to point things out. There's Prism Mike. Here's my water bottle. And oh wait, what do you see here? My replica 1985 Chicago Bears Super Bowl ring. We're gonna win it this year. And just like that, your mind is back to the present moment and no longer blank. I've also had times where my mind goes blank when somebody asks me a question. It happens to the best of us. And I'll just say, oh, sorry, can you repeat that? My mind just went blank. Whoever you are saying this to has had it happen to them before as well, so they won't find this odd at all. By asking them to repeat that, it gives you the opportunity to try out these two tricks that we've explained so far in this video while they are repeating themselves, bringing you back to the present and unblanking your mind. One of my favorite tricks for keeping my mind from going blank, or more like the illusion that I ever do have a blank mind, is to take a sip of water. If you've seen me on stage or you've seen me on a podcast video, you'll notice that I'm usually drinking water throughout the whole time. And yes, I do drink lots of water for the health aspect of it, but I also like to have a water bottle handy because I can take a break at any moment. It's almost like I have the ability to pause time. If you're giving a speech and midway through it, you forget your next point, take a sip of water. If someone asks for your thoughts on something and your mind is blank at the moment, take a sip of water. This gives you time to bring yourself back to the present moment and focus on your response or finishing the thought out. But if you don't want to carry a water bottle around all the time, or you're simply in a situation where you just don't have one, you can simply just say this: I'm thinking, or I'm thinking for the right way to explain this. Take this moment to take a deep breath or point out the physical objects in the room. Then respond with your thoughts now that your mind is back up and running. But what if you get in a conversation with a stranger and your conversation starts to hit a lull? You can feel the silence and the heat wave just overtaking your body. This is why you should always have a few open-ended questions just ready to go that you can ask about people. Not, do you like your job, or did you have a good weekend? Instead, try, what do you like most about your job? Or what was the best part about your weekend? Open-ended questions like this are great because it forces people to give more thought to their answer instead of just one-word answers like yes or no or good or bad. It also gives you more information about the person so you can keep the conversation going. What do you like most about your job? Well, I like that it allows me to have more flexibility and free time in my personal life. Oh yeah? What do you do with the free time that you get from this job? Well, I like to go fishing on Patoka Lake. I've never really been fishing before. Who got you into fishing? My dad used to take me fishing when I was little, but now I just like to go just for the peacefulness of it. I've heard many people say that before. If I wanted to get into fishing, how would I go about starting? You see what I'm doing here? This conversation continues to go because I'm asking questions that require some thought. I'm also making the conversation all about them because it shows that I'm taking an interest in them personally. Many times when you do this, people will tend to talk your ear off because, well, in general, most people like to talk about themselves, but even more importantly, people like to be feeling like they're being heard, like people care about their opinions, hobbies, desires, etc. It's a win-win for both parties. All right. I wasn't going to do this, but as a bonus, I'm going to give one more tip. This tip is essentially good to keep your mind from going blank in the first place, and that is to be as proactive as possible when going into social situations. This tip won't necessarily work if somebody runs into you on the street or somebody calls you out of the blue to ask you a question. But if you are going into a social situation, like into a meeting or into a class, prepare yourself for these situations. Most meetings or classes will have some sort of agenda, or at the very least, you have a topic in which you know what you're going to be generally discussing. Write out on a piece of paper what you understand about the topic, what questions you have about the topic, what ideas you have around this topic, what possible solutions you have to potential problems that may arise involving this topic. Don't be lazy about it. Be proactive and prepared. If you like this bonus tip, you will thoroughly enjoy my book, which is all about being proactive with your mental health and anxiety so you can feel better on a day-to-day basis and also decrease the amount of anxiety you feel on a daily basis. I'll put a link to that in the description if you're interested. Thanks for watching. Please like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment before your mind goes blank and you don't know what to write. Until next time, peace.